Hello and welcome to this tutorial from the FAL ICT Academy video library. In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to calculate dates in Excel. Now, when you look at here, we have a piece of information. We have two dates, a start date and an end date. Now, what we want to do is to calculate how many days, how many months, and how many years elapse between these two dates. Now, before we start calculating, we have to understand some things. Now, we know that Excel treats text and numbers differently. When you type text into a cell, Excel automatically aligns the text to the left-hand side of the cell, as you can see here. If you insert numbers, Excel automatically aligns it to the right-hand side. Now, the same thing goes to dates. Whenever you insert dates in the proper format, Excel will automatically align it to the right hand side. So why that is happening? Because every date that we insert into Excel has a value. Now, how do we know the value of a particular date? Now, let's say, for example, I click on this cell which is containing the start date, then I click on the comma button here on the number group of the home tab. The moment I click on it, Excel will show me the value attached to that date. So the value is 41,517. Now let's look at the value of the end date. So when I click on it, I click on the comma button again, you'll see that that one is having what? A value of 41,882. Now, Excel's date start from 1st of January 1900. So for example, if I type on the 1st of January 1900, now this date is Excel's date start from this date. So when I click on the comma, you see that one has a value of number 1. So that shows you that Excel's date start from this particular date, that is 1st of January 1900. So we have to put that in mind. So let's start calculating. Now first we are going to calculate how many days elapse between these two dates that we have here. So we are going to first type the equal to sign. Then from there we click on this cell, that is the end date minus the start date. So that is the end date is K15, and we type the minus sign, that's the hyphen. We click on the start date, which is what? J15. So when we press the enter key, it will give us what? How many days has elapsed between what? These two dates. So now let's move to the next one. So here we want to know how many months elapsed between these two dates. So this one is a bit complicated formula, but we are going to get through it. So we first type the equal to sign, we open the parentheses, that's the brackets, then we type the year function, we open the bracket, we click on the end date here, which is K15, we close the bracket, we type the minus sign, we type the year function again, then open the bracket, click on the start date, we close the bracket and close the bracket again. So that means this bracket closes this one, and this one is for this one, and this last bracket is closing the first bracket here. So from there we are going to multiply it by 12 because we have 12 months in a year. Then from there we type the plus sign, then we use the month function, we open the bracket, we click on the end date, which is K15, we close the bracket, we type the minus sign, we type the month function again, we open the bracket, then we click on the start date, then we close the parentheses. So when you look at here, it is a long date, but it is easy to understand. First, because we are dealing with months and year, so that's why we are using both the year and the month function. So here we first have the year minus the year of the end date minus the year of the start date. Then we multiply by 12 months plus the month of the what? end date minus the month of the start date. So when we press the enter key, we'll have what, 12 months. So that means between what, 31st of August 2013 to what, 31st of August 2014, there is 12 months, that is 1 year. So we want to check how many years are between these two dates. So we are going to say equals to year. We open the bracket, we click on the end date, we close the bracket, the minus sign, we type the year function again, we open the bracket, we click on the start date, we close the bracket, then we press the enter key. So this will give us what, 1. That means there is 1 year between these two dates. So you can use these formulas that I just show you right now to be able to calculate any date that you want, as far as the date starts from what, as far as the date is not less than 1st of January 1900. So any date that starts from there up till now, Excel will be able to calculate that. So I hope this tutorial helps, and thanks for watching. So do go to File ICT Academy and watch more video lectures on Excel and other applications. Thank you.